Well, you gotta specify that. Hey, what's going on,
See
folks?
the live. See, he hit live. He hit
I
live.
waited and then hit live because y'all were finally settling down. So I hit live. Well,
You
anyways,
know
we're
what? I'm
live.
not. No, do it, Chris. You know what we need? We need a whole Wayne's World with you. 5, 4.
Damn.
Hold on, Eris. 3 black geeks. 3 black geeks. Excellent.
Three Black Geeks was brought to you by Pocket Change in Waldorf, Maryland.
Sponsored
Go, guys.
by Doge. You won't get your money, but you also won't have your job.
Excellent. Party on, Dwayne. Party on, Eris, and party on, Christopher.
So
Is this
what do you
low
guys?
key?
No,
Is this,
no. What do you guys do?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Three Black Geeks
You
podcast.
said Doge, Chris. You set that up for me.
You set it all the way up, nigga. We about to lose funding. People ain't gonna go home. I mean, people about to go home. Mama, what happened to the roast beef? Well, we couldn't afford the roast beef today. Why not? Well, it seems like Elon Musk needed it. But mother, my. Anyway, welcome to the Three Black Geeks, ladies and gentlemen. It's D of Three Black Geeks. I'm about to say, welcome. Today we are doing something that we love doing here at Three Black Geeks, talking about the Bat. That's right, the man that everybody says needs therapy, but I said he is having therapy. He's Batman. He's therapeuting right now.
this is low key going to be a sort of Batman the animated series podcast a little bit.
It is because it deserves to be that too.
Yeah, in a way. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Before we start, like, click, subscribe, hit that bell, and if you're following us on Twitch, subscribe to our Twitch channel as well, Yeah, Batman Mask of the Phantasm to me is one of my top Batman movies, probably like my number one Batman movie all time easily. And that includes live action and animated. If I'm encompassing all of it,
Is this because Chris?
And now we're back to where we started with this.
Yeah, I'm saying
because you are.
I had to give you that look.
You're the fan of the Detective Bat.
So okay, Bat. just so you know where my rankings are at, right? So it's Batman Mask of the Phantasm, The Batman, Batman Return of the Joker, Batman 89, and then fucking Jason Todd, Under the Red Hood, and then Dark Knight.
Yeah. Wow. Damn, you put Dark Knight that far down.
The reason why I say that, I think Dark Knight only gets over because of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Exactly. Like this, it goes into
it's the Furious 7. Like the Furious 7.
We call it the Brandon Lee.
Stop it.
Yeah, it is the Brandon Lee.
The Brandon Lee effect. No, it's the Brandon Lee effect.
It says a lot, Eris, because I seen the new Crow remake. Hey, Brandon Lee, you did good even in death.
You did good.
Because that remake is trash.
No, you did good even in death and body doubles.
Excuse me, Bill Skarsgård. You would have to get shot in the face. Literally, you have to get killed.
Thank you.
For people to go, he
oh
was
my
so
God.
moving in this movie. Well, AD, are you trying to say that Brandon Lee wasn't a good actor? So, Batman.
I think Rapid Fire. He's great.
No, but Bill was good in Boys Kills World.
Yeah, he was.
You
great
haven't
in
watched
it.
that
He
Crow
didn't say
remake, have
nothing.
you?
No, I have not, and I have no intention to.
I do not want to watch another movie where I gotta watch FKA Twigs try to fucking act. Try to act.
Gross.
No, yeah, gross. Very gross. I forgot she's black, by the way. I totally forgot.
Wait. Stop.
Sorry,
Stop.
it's just
Stop. No, Chris. I'm finally glad that one of us said it. Because Dee didn't want to say Twig's name because I think it's fucking stupid.
Oh, it's stupid.
But I was hoping that one of us finally one day say what something need to be said. Why are you on my TV screen?
Thank you. Why are you acting? Why?
Who are you?
Who
said brilliant.
Love interest?
I'm sorry. What white man did you sleep with that said She's the next thing, guys. She's it. She's it. We wanted it. Like we wanted nigger blood, but we needed coated white. That's what we got here, man. Twig, say hi. Hello. I don't know how she talks, but you know what I mean.
He's a Brit in some. I think. Whatever. But anyways, that was my rankings for the Batman stuff because mainly the reason why I like Batman Mask of the Phantasm is that it, much like the Batman.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Nah, much like the
Negroes.
Much like the Batman, Mask of the Phantasm finally got the split right between action and detective Batman in a way that I'm like, thank you, because that's how you do Batman. You got to balance it both. And one of the things that irked me with how the Snyderverse Batman was, it leaned too heavy on brooding and I gotta beef up and do my P90X in the gym Batman and shit, which I'm like, why? And apparently he uses guns because reasons.
Don't forget Chris. Then, like, what, 2 movies later, suddenly he's moving like Arkham Batman.
One movie later, because BVS was where it was like, oh shit, we got
we got it in BVS and we got it in the Flash movie.
Yeah,
which I should have been happy because it was Michael Keaton finally doing what I wanted him to do, which was move like Arkham.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. By the way,
I wanted him. Hang on.
Let him cook.
I wanted him to do it, but y'all waited almost 35 years, way too late to do it.
35 years.
You're
DC
right.
Movies.
Because the second he did that one cartwheel, I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
It's not even a stunt double. That is pure CG. Like Batman.
Hold on.
Sorry. That's pure CG. That's pure CG, just like Blade fighting the
Blade 2 fighting the two.
Yeah, Blade 2 fighting the Blood Pack.
That was rough. I love Guillermo del Toro, but that was rough. That was like what, 2001? Was that 2001 or 2000?
That was 2002.
2002 CG was
2002.
shaky as shit.
2002 had Blade looking like Gumby during that fight.
Dude, I like Guillermo del Toro, so it's like I give him a pass, but I shouldn't for that.
You shouldn't, not for that.
You had Wesley looking like Gumby out there with that movement.
But anyways,
I like how they get the elastic stretching in the CGI.
But see, here's the thing. So here's the thing about Batman Mask of the Phantasm and the year that it came out. Animation, and we're going to talk about this. I think we touched on this a little bit, but animation in the US, in terms of how critics took it, it was very, at least to my perspective, and I'll let you to speak on it. It was weird because it was like, if it was something from Disney, critics ate it up, right? If it was something like Don Bluth, they were kind of iffy on it, but they kind of appreciate the movie for what they were.
Depending on the story.
No, depending on the story. And then like Batman Mask of the Phantasm came out, and it was like critics were like, it was like they were shitting on it, but not really shitting on it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it was this thing of like they wanted, what's the word? It was like they very much were kind of like didn't know how to feel about it, especially for a movie that's like what, hour 15 minutes.
Okay. The critics liked it, number one.
Okay. Yeah, they did.
I'm just gonna go off of this, but let me take the critics out of this for a second.
Yeah.
And let me go like this. 1993, at that point, we were about to get we were doing Aladdin at that point, weren't we? Or we were still we're still coming off of what's the name? We're still coming off of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
At
that was 91.
That was 91.
So was it 92?
Aladdin.
Yeah,
Aladdin was 92.
Okay, so we're coming off Aladdin.
Just trying to make sure. But period.
First season of Batman animated series.
It don't matter. Actually, it don't matter because during this part of the 90s, you got to understand where the two big animation houses were in America, which was WB and Disney. Disney was in their in one of the biggest booms of their history, and Warner Brothers was going over a weird transition, not just in the animation department, but in Warner Brothers in general. This was, you can tell that all the old execs that were there are aging in Warner Brothers at that point, and there was a lot of movement that was going on. Now, as far as the animation side, thank God that Disney, while they had all the juice flowing on the movie front. Television was still right for Warner Brothers to do what they wanted to do.
Oh, they were
That's
eating.
why.
I'll tell you
That's
that.
why we still
They
had
definitely-
Tiny Toons. This is why they were still developing. This is what it was developing Animaniacs at that time, and all the rest of that shit. They still had stuff that was pumping out of Warner Brothers because they still had.
Tasmania.
They got blessed. Yeah, it was Tasmania was out at that time. But they were blessed that they looked around like, holy shit, we got animators. We got good animators. We got good writers.
Kids, this is back when animation was hand drawn,
and they knew that they had a way. They knew they had a way to have it on television. But here's the thing. But the only thing that was taken aback was they really had no featured films like that. And to me, I would need somebody to know the landscape better. Because we know that television really didn't get respected until about the 2000s. It took Tony Soprano and them to kick that wall down for everybody to realize that television can be very, very good.
HBO better. Is like
exactly, and even better than movies sometimes. So this was during that weird time. I would have to know what was going really on at that exact time, but this was a time where they could gamble on a thing like this, and they did. Here's the problem, and this is just keep it a buck. They brought it out at the right time, which was Christmas. But I have a feeling that it wasn't the right time. No. You know what I mean? Like they could have been
correct. You're correct.
It could have been better. It could have been better.
No, D, you're correct on the latter. I've always believed that number one. Who was going to the movie theater on Christmas Day?
Now hold on, Eris.
People go to movies during the Christmas holidays.
Still to this day.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the holiday. I'm talking about on Christmas Day.
Okay, now on Christmas Day,
this movie dropped on Christmas Day of '92.
Back in the day,
I did. Depending on the movie,
I went there. I actually went there Christmas Day. But that being said. Depending on the movie eras, back in the 90s, you could drop it on Christmas Day and you get people to show up. They still gamble on that every other year in Hollywood today, which is stupid because now nobody's gonna go. Back then, you would because family might be in town or it'd be a good family activity to do after open up presents. It used to be a novelty, not no more.
But I want people to understand. Look what it was going up against opening weekend. You're talking about Mrs. Doubtfire on his 5th week. Mm-hmm. You're talking about the Pelican Brief, which was a big movie for Denzel and Julia Roberts. Tombstone on its opening weekend.
Wait a minute, Tombstone was coming out that weekend?
Same weekend as Batman. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. Beethoven 2nd.
Wait. Go back. What about Sister Act 2?
Sister Act 2 was on its 3rd week.
A movie that 3 Black Geeks will be doing next year.
Beethoven 2nd was on his 2nd week.
Wait. Beethoven was on his 2nd week?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then Grumpy Old, by the way. Yeah, the sequel. The sequel was on the 2nd week.
To D, what D remembers, because I blocked a lot of Beethoven out of my brain, that was the one that slapped. It was the second one. If I am mistaken, I could be wrong.
Another one for the boomers. Grumpy Old Men opened that same weekend as
that movie. I didn't laugh at that movie.
Okay, real quick.
I wanted to because I thought it would make me feel older, and I didn't laugh at it.
Real quick, I will say this.
Good original.
Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men. It's if you're a fan of Walter Matthau, you'll probably it's funny. It's a very weird old people humor, but it's funny in a way.
I gotta be real with you. Yeah. Walter was old as dirt when we were kids.
Oh yes,
that's how.
That's a Morgan Freeman shit right there.
That was Walter Matthau was that fucking old.
He may be old, but you want to know what will forever be funny to me? Walter Matthau with chiclets.
Oh yes, Dennis the Menace.
CD, even you.
No, I'm laughing because
I love that movie. By the way,
I'm laughing because again, remember the thing I always say: when you look into the abyss, something staring back at you. I Dwayne, I know you two fuckers do, but D wants no parts of talking about Dennis the Damn Menace.
Here's the thing.
A movie that I will admit that I've seen a million times as a kid. I don't want to do it.
I would rather do Dennis the Menace than that fucking bullshit Leave It to Beaver fucking movie. Tell you that much.
Hang on.
They did a movie.
Okay. No.
Yes, they did.
No, hang on.
No, I'm sorry, Aaron. Real quick. I thought I fucking made that up.
No, they did.
There was a Leave It to Beaver movie.
Now, Chris, hang on a second. Don't say.
Same era as the Beverly Hillbillies.
Now, hang on, Chris. Don't say nothing. This one's for D. D.
No.
Proposition. More like no. More so a choice. See, you say that about Dennis the Menace. But would you rather us discuss Dennis the Menace or Pagemaster?
Ooh,
both Christopher Lloyd films.
Yeah, I know.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
Here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing.
That's my answer.
No, you got to pick one.
No.
I will take unsavory Christopher Lloyd and Dennis the Menace any day of the week.
Do Dennis the Menace or Pagemaster? Which has more meat on the bone? Because both of these motherfuckers, because both of these motherfuckers are white lady chicken breast. They're thin.
I need you to decide.
I feel Dennis the Menace got more meat on the bones than Pagemaster, to be honest with you.
No, shut the fuck up. Now, hold on. This is how you split shit, people that want to know how three black geeks come up with shit. Which was the bigger train wreck? Hold on.
In the eyes,
you know, I won't go that far. Which one left the biggest skid mark?
Here's the thing. Pagemaster is forgettable.
Very forgettable. That's the reason why.
People remember Dennis the Menace only because of Walter Matthau.
I actually challenge you that no one talks about
They do, because guess what? Videos are being circulated.
Talks about this.
Videos are being circulated right now, and Sue knows this, of that scene where Dennis is feeding fucking Christopher Lloyd beans and shit. And everybody was like,
"That was Christopher Lloyd."
And everybody was like,
"The kitty rape." Look, the kitty rapist, right?
Yeah,
that's what I said. That these were both Chris Lloyd movies.
Wait. Actually,
here's the thing.
I think I found the errors. I think I found it. We gotta talk about that slasher. Yeah.
So,
but here's the thing.
So, like,
white boy antics. Oh God, fuck you! I don't want to do Dennis the Menace.
No, see, Chris is making the argument for us doing Dennis the Menace. I just gave you a choice. I said you either choose Dennis the Menace or
Pagemaster.
Yes, both Chris Lloyd movies.
Hey, yo, Shaggy, you barely show up anyway, and you go do the Pagemaster, do the jump with the book stock.
My point is, with Pagemaster, that was probably it's one of the most forgettable Macaulay Culkin movies.
That was a paycheck to pay off his parents' house.
I don't know. know.
Between that and Goodson,
I will say this. Pagemaster
getting even with Dad was the paycheck.
Hey, Harris, I will say this: Pagemaster really is the jungle to jungle.
That boy went to coma.
It is the jungle to jungle.
Can I point out? Hold on. I know we're deviating off this and stuff, but we have to have a conversation.
No, we're in it because all of this is the clamshell kids shit that we saw as children. So yes.
We're gonna have a conversation on that era of just white comedy, because Chevy Chase and fucking Jonathan Taylor Thomas and that bullshit fucking movie and stuff that made no goddamn sense.
D is enjoying Ryan Reynolds slowly turning into fucking Chevy Chase. This is hilarious.
But he's better.
Hey Chris.
He's not racist like Chevy Chase.
Hey Chris. Give it time. We're going to be like, look, Chris, give it time. We're going to be sitting there like, Ryan really hates the Asians. I don't know who reversed into his car that day.
No. One grainy 3GP video footage uploaded onto the internet.
Anyways,
so like I said, I love the Descent.
But hold on though.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so Grumpy Old Man, Wayne's World 2, which was on his third week.
A movie that we're going to do.
Geronimo was on his third week.
Geronimo?
Yeah.
That was Disney. That was Disney, wasn't it?
Columbia. That was based on
Columbia. Okay.
That one Disney.
Let me tell you, 93. Oh, that was white people giving their version of Geronimo. Just putting that on there.
White people in the 90s, because
they were wilding.
Because Dances with Wolves fucked up their soul for 2.5 minutes. These niggas started making all these indigenous movies, not hiring one Native American. Outside of Maurice Green. Maurice Green?
They get the obligatory West Studi to be in the movie.
West Studi, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they get
West Studi to give it a little bit of Native into it, indigenous.
Your boy,
the other dude from Northern Exposure too.
Bosco, you know the stuntman, stuntman that helped with American Gladiators.
Yeah,
you don't want to talk about the Bacombe or something, Boschcombe or some shit.
Yeah. White people were wilding out.
Well, I'm not guaranteed is all the way Native American.
What? Put it this way. White people were wilding out in the 90s when it came to indigenous folks. That's all I'm saying. So
it was a shame. You couldn't even get the Native American from WMAC Masters.
Nigga, right?
They kept picking white people.
He was right there.
They kept picking white men. They kept look. I lie to you or not, y'all. The 90s was chock full of white guys and brown makeup going. There's a bunch of them.
If you put red war paint on your cheeks, you're Native American.
One of the funniest things to me ever is the best.
If you put horns on your head, you're a Viking.
One of the best
storming the Capitol.
One of the best Jewish jokes ever.
And you happen to be vegan.
Is freaking your boy and Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks, when he rode up on that damn horse and you saw that big old Jewish nose of his, he was Native American. That is a good knock on all the Jewish actors back in the day that were Native American. All they had to do was put that. All they had to do was put that clay paint on their face.
We got the piano on his 7th week, Schindler's List on his 2nd week, and then
look. Them Jewish people dying, nigga. Y'all ain't winning nothing.
And Batman Mask of the Phantasm hit number 11. That's a heavy
number 11.
Now, granted, it made budget cost $6 million to make. It made $6 million.
No, it didn't.
It did. Counting home video, it made his money.
It made his budget,
but at the end of the day, at that point, WB was like, "There's a reason why this." But there's a reason why the second movie with Mr. Freeze went straight to direct to DVD, because they were like, yeah, we're not going to put this out in theaters because we barely made our money on that first one.
Well, number one, you had a failed marketing campaign for this movie to begin.
Oh, it barely, because here's the thing.
Number two, hold on, Chris. And number two, this movie, Mask of the Phantasm, was originally planned to be a direct-to-video release to begin with.
And it makes sense, because here's two things about this movie. I think it was, to me, seeing it in theaters, it's definitely an experience, because I think Phantom, years ago for the 20th anniversary of this, I actually saw it on its 20th anniversary of this. So this would be 2013. Yeah, 2013, I saw the 20th anniversary of this. It's definitely nice to see it in theaters and stuff. But I can also understand, like, all right, I can see how this could have been a 3-parter for like the second season of Batman animated series.
Definitely,
easily.
It plays like a 3-parter.
It could be a 3-parter easily, but I see why they wanted to do a theater movie, because it still works as an hour 15-minute movie. It works, but at the same time, it's kind of like, for something that they definitely greenlit because of the critical acclaim of the first season, I see why they went forward with it. Which, funny enough, this movie is actually based off of Batman Year 2 comic that came out in the 80s.
Now, here's the one thing I will say that kind of gets me when it comes to this release. Just keep it real. This is not a knock on the animated series, because we all love the animated series. But let's just keep it a buck. This shit moves slower than any other cartoon at that time. For kids, it just moves slower, and that is a 2-parter thing, because We know where we're sitting up right now in reality of what happened with all of this that went down. I hate to be this person, but Batman the animated series went from being popular to almost just for the nerds. Because it was made a certain way and all the rest of that shit, you had to grow up to like this shit.
But it was
You know what I
also,
mean?
but it's also the
Because it
thing.
just
Oh, go
moves
ahead.
a lot. Just because it moves a lot slower.
Well, it's telling.
But look at all the other cartoons that were out at the time that had action in it. They move way faster than fuck. Street Sharks moves way faster than this.
Because Street Sharks is trying to sell toys. That's why.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. You mean to tell me you didn't see this and the kids didn't want that mask? No.
I mean, look.
Like this. No, Chris, here's you. Not a lot, did yeah, I know.
But you gotta understand.
You mean this future? Sorry, you mean this future 1950s Grim Reaper mask?
I mean, look. Let me tell you something. Like, I think it's funny. I had to tell my wife this and stuff because she finally was like, because she has a perception of animation in a sense of it's kiddie, but then when I was explaining to her everything about Batman Master of the Phantasm and the Batman animated series, it's like, oh, now she gets it. Because the thing of it is, when people think animated, just be real. If you told somebody, oh, hey, watch this animated thing, some people get like, I don't want to watch that because it seems juvenile.
Yeah.
But then, like, if you sit them down and say, hey, watch Batman Master of the Phantasm, there's a lot, like Bruce Timm, the way they write this, even in Superman the animated series, he did the same thing where it's like there's a lot of adult stuff that runs majority out of both animated series, way more than just it's for the kids. Like kids can pick up on certain things, but like there's one episode of Batman the animated series I point to. I think it was a Baby Doll, right? The girl.
Yes, Baby Doll. That's a good
that is a serious, like, holy shit, this is like some deep shit here. Like
I will give you a deeper one than that. Batman's dream that he couldn't get out of.
For Chance to Dream.
Yes, that one.
That one's probably the deeper.
Oh,
and I give it to you a little bit. I give you one that happened on a future series. Remember the episode of Justice League where Mongo had
you put the thing on
Superman.
Chest. Yeah,
he put that thing on Superman, and Superman had a full-on sun. And they were about to see Krypton dying.
And hugged his son as he had tears coming down his eyes. Like, holy shit.
I appreciate any animator to this day. The reason why even though I wasn't a fan of Steven Universe, they punched the kids in the chest. Even like Adventure Time, they will find a way to punch the kids in the chest.
Regular show sometimes too.
Regular show will slap you across the face. Like good cartoons, even on Gravity Falls, they will find a way to. It's kitty, wham! Like somebody died, or something was taken away, or oh my god, I don't think I was supposed to see this shit like that happens. I love when they do that.
I want to mention some Batman ones that hit. One in particular, Night in Crime Alley, the one where Commissioner Gordon got gunned down.
Yeah, woo. Yeah, that was kind of like holy shit. Like
the other one where Batman gets himself kidnapped and taken to that rock quarry,
human trafficking.
The human trafficking episode,
which I didn't know that was. You know what's funny? As a kid, I didn't know that was human trafficking until I grew up, and I was like, "Oh shit, that was human trafficking." Damn.
Human trafficking, where even he forgot what he was there for, and then suddenly, and all it took was for a black man sitting next to him talking about, "I miss my family." Heard the keyword family. Remembered his parents. Dude went into Batman voice and said, "We're gonna get out of here." And
I'm mad at you and Brian right now because y'all both made me laugh at the same time. The black dude, I remember that nigga, but then I had to see Brian put this.
Hey, Exo Squad.
Hold on. I'm not finished. Any of the episodes with Clayface.
I didn't like none of the Clayface episodes.
I did. One in particular. No, D. I'm gonna give you a good one. I know you don't like Clayface, but I'm gonna give you a good one.
Fuck you. I love Clayface. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm giving you an episode. I'm giving you an episode that's a good example of this. Yes, it's with the new animation that I do not like, but the episode was good. Growing Pains.
Oh yeah, with the
one where Robin finds this girl and she's running away from this guy. You thinking maybe it's her abusive dad, and you come to find out she's a part of Clayface.
Oh yeah,
which was connected to the episode when his body completely deteriorated in the rain.
Yeah.
From the sequel from his origin story. Two-Face.
I don't like that episode for one main reason.
Like the two-part of Two-Face was a good one.
But I don't like that episode for only one main reason, because the 90s love doing that shit. Just doing that shit. We're like, I'm not real. No, they love doing that shit. Ghost in the Shell probably did the best one, because it was like, so this nigga been fucking. So this nigga is literally just fucking the ghost. He ain't fucking her. That's the weird part.
Dude, the first Ghost in the Shell.
That was the blink, because you see all these dead robots, but yeah, he wasn't sleeping when it was like, oh my god. Okay, I was like this shit deep. This shit deep.
over the Edge episode.
Oh, dude, with the fear gas, anything with the fear toxin shit, where it was like, oh shit, you thinking fucking Batgirl got killed, and it's like, oh shit, Mr. Gordon gets Bane to fucking bring Batman. I'm like, goddamn.
The point is, kids can take it. Like kids can take it. I think, but here's the thing, though.
Man who killed Batman.
Just because but here's the thing: just because kids can take it doesn't mean it's going to sell. Because, and I've said this with you, Chris, when it comes to every comic book movie, just because that shit worked in pages don't mean it's going to work on that screen. Just because comic book logic flies over there doesn't mean the comic book logic going to fly over here. Just because kids connect, watch that show every Saturday, every weekday, doesn't mean they're going to be pressed to go to the movie theater. And I think that's the real big thing.
And that's the thing about this movie, because the big thing about this,
it looks just like a regular episode.
Because here's the thing, this movie is, in a way, because the one thing about Batman animated series that I love is that you're jumping right in. Batman is already Batman, right? And I think the first episode was on Leather Wings, right?
No, so wait, when the first episode?
Yeah, it was on
with the Joker.
No, it was on.
No, it was on Leather Wings. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was on Leather Wings. So, Master of the Phantasm, in a weird way, is sort of a backdoor. How did Bruce become Batman in a weird way? Because it's basically Master of the Phantasm takes pieces of Batman Year 2 from the comic, just in terms of like the stuff with the Phantasm being sort of like the anagram for the Reaper that was in the comics, basically, because the Reaper in the comics was killing gangsters and Batman was being blamed for it and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So Master of the Phantasm was pretty much doing the same thing. And the thing about this movie is that it posits the idea of Bruce, can I not be Batman and actually live a normal life where I'm about to get married and everything? Even to the point where, like, I think I said at the end of the last episode, where it's like he's crying in front of his parents' grave, like, please, can I have a happy life? And it's like,
when he said things are actually going right for me. I'm not having nightmares anymore. Like, this is actually like a chance for me to be happy.
The police can handle
it. I can give them as much money as they'll ever need. Hold on, Bruce. Wait, Bruce. Real quick. You knew prior to you trying to figure out this whole crime fighting thing, you haven't gotten your costume and mask yet, but prior to this whole crime fighting thing, you knew that there was major corruption going on in this cesspool called Gotham City. You really think that your millions of dollars to the police department is actually going to go to the police department?
When it's just Harvey Bullock, Renee Montoya, and Commissioner Gordon is probably the good cops. Give or take maybe 10.
And depending on who's writing the story, your boy Bullock might be crooked.
And here's the thing you missing, though, in that whole little thing. Bruce said, and I quote, and it was in bold letters for D, I didn't plan on being happy.
Yeah, he planned for everything.
That hits hard as hell. That hit hard as hell for one main reason. Like I always said, Batman's way of being therapeutic is being Batman. That being the force that he doesn't see in the world. He wants to be that change. In doing so, he didn't think I can have a family out of this. I can be better than this. And now I have to direct myself as a person in a different direction. Am I doing the right thing? You know what I mean? So yeah, it was pretty heavy. And then here you come your girl Andrea out of nowhere. I think they sent me. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, girl. You just swoop it in. I'm gonna allow it, but you just swoop it in.
One of the things about this movie, I remember the trailer because the thing of it is, Fox Kids at the time, this is coming out the first season. They were probably the only. That was probably the only place I saw advertisement for this fucking movie was on Fox Kids. Like it was literally Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons. They were like, "Go see Batman Mask of the Phantasm." I didn't see it marketed no other fucking cable channels.
That's the thing. They
barely. You know where I did see? You know where I did see it advertised in 2 months in almost 2 months in a row. Where I seen it advertised in Disney Adventures.
Oh yeah.
I am not joking. It was advertised in Disney Adventures at that time, man.
Disney Adventures, and if you happen to watch Fox, was it the 2-hour Fox Kids block they showed?
The Disney afternoon. It's like Fox.
Not
Fox
the Disney.
Afternoon, Fox Kids
afternoon.
The
Fox Kids the Fox Kids afternoon block for 2 hours. You're going to see the commercial at least 2 or 3 times.
Now I will admit, like the whole idea of the Phantom being sort of like at odds with Batman, I did like that idea of it because it's like here you have this character who is basically killing criminals and Batman's catching the blame. And there was one line from what was Abe Vigoda's guy that he voiced?
Salvatore Valestra.
Salvatore was like, I mean, Batman used to like bother us, but he never went this far with this shit. It can't be Batman. And I was like, that is true because Batman will give you a little bit of like, all right, man, just cut the bullshit. Don't do this, and I'll let you do what you need to do.
You know, you push things a little bit further, and I'll shatter your collarbone.
Yeah, put you in the hospital for a couple of days. Learn your lesson. Shatter a collarbone.
Yes, shattered collarbone. That's it.
Like people forget. Like, can you imagine? You stole like I don't know. You stole a car, and all of a sudden, Batman fucking makes you a paraplegic afterwards. Like,
y'all need to stop that. Can y'all stop that?
No, we cannot.
He does. No. Hold on.
Shut the fuck up. This is why I get mad at Chris. This is why I get mad at Chris because he knows this for a fucking fact. We know that Batman 90% of the time doesn't have to throw a punch. Him just showing up, people's like,
fair.
They're like, you got it.
But that 1%, that 1%, though.
There's always that one dumbass. There's always that one dude that says, I'm the one. There's always one. That's like,
how it is.
And guess what? The ones that say
Batman, trying to look like your boy.
And guess what? The ones that say, and guess what? For all the ones that say cowabunga, it is.
See, here's the thing.
Then on top of that, hold on.
Harris, I'm mad that we didn't prepare ahead of time.
And then on top of that, the ones that he catches and goes, all right, I guess you're going to be the one I'm going to get some answers from. He decides to back up the double tire of the back tire over the dude's head.
Y'all need to stop.
Nah, the closest you get is
or my other personal favorite. Where's the Joker? All right, I'll tell you where he is. Thank you.
Eris, all right. I meant to tell you this when we was in the day. Yes, I need to stop that. The only reason I get defensive is because I'm flipping through a whole bunch of TikToks of uneducated motherfuckers going, the Batman, he doesn't give nothing back to Gotham. The Batman's a billionaire. He thinks he's I'm so tired of them. So I'll be going through a bunch of that because Eris.
Well, these are the same people. You and I, because Tom King is apparently a bigot, and I'm like, where's the proof? Like,
how? I've been going. Look. The point is this, Chris. I always allow your heroes to take 1 to 3 punches that you always throw at them, and everybody loves making fun of Bat because one of my favorite versions of Batman is literally no talk. That's literally one of my favorite versions of Batman. So, but like good example, Eris and me, we love Michael Jackson. He getting all these jokes about his dad slapping him upside the head, and he getting every joke. And he getting every good joke. And Eris knows I got good ones. I don't drop them a lot, but if it's a good joke, like, hey Michael, what's over there? Oh, this little kid's drawing. Shut the fuck up. That ain't nothing for you. Anyway, I don't do it a lot. But when I got a good kitty joke with Michael Jackson, I will throw it out.
Jackson, the American Dream, just made all the fucking Joe Jackson fucking jokes just fly.
It ain't look. 5-year-old Michael Jackson just wanted to sell candy.
No, all of my MJ jokes was always him being this close from pimp slapping everybody in the studio.
I mean, look,
That's
solidified.
Always all that shit, and when he slaps somebody, he realizes he shattered the fuck out of his hand.
I'm gonna be real. This is when I knew that you could tell Michael wanted to slap the shit out of everybody in the room. We are the world. Cyndi Lauper, and then Mike is like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
The three singers, Mike right here. Everybody else that had to go after him. Bro, when he did this look.
Side note, Dan Aykroyd is so lucky he wasn't singing. He was just there so he can collect a check because he didn't sing not a fucking note.
Me and Eris, that's one of our favorite jokes of all time. At the end of all that, Quincy, yeah, man, I'm gonna see y'all later. Hey, look, I'm gonna see y'all later. Hey, Q, real quick, what you want, Smelly? Close the door behind you. Man, them niggas getting on my last nerve. Who invited that bitch? Michael's whole voice drops.
all of Gary.
No, hold on. And we know Michael Jackson era. Here's Quincy. Are you rolling up the weed? This is my first time doing it. I'm mad.
See, the reason why I make going back to Batman, the reason why I make the jokes, there is a splash page in Grant Morrison's Batman run where it's Batman doing the Doom foot dive into somebody's back. And I was like, hey, yo, man, that was unnecessary, but that looked dope as shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Here's the reason why we feel this way we feel about Batman. Batman, unfortunately...
Eris is done. Eris, if you can find the splash page on Google, it's fucking hilarious.
It's the fact that Batman crippling people is hilarious.
It's dope as shit because it's that cape flapping with the
No, Chris. That's the thing. I don't even need to look. Like, I've seen it before. What trumps it is that is the guy that makes those Batman videos where he always says, "Yeah, I have no problem helping out the needy. But you forgot to say thank you."
And you see the back heel come directly down.
It's the back heel.
It's the back.
No. And then both feet literally leaping into the air and hitting the camera.
Nah, it's this one.
It's the drop kick.
No, I like I said, it's fun to make that's what I like. I like making fun of Batman. Oh, I like making fun of Batman. He don't talk to none of the bad kids. Oh, sex with Batman is amazing, but there's zero cuddling afterwards.
You know what I mean? The whole thing with Batman, best episode of the animated series, and I know it's in the 4th season. I know, but it's ridiculous.
Look, let me get this right. All of the animated series, even the fucked up animation eras, was awesome.
No, right?
I never said the episodes weren't fun. I just didn't like the animation.
The one thing that blew my mind as a kid, when Dick Grayson quit as Robin and became Nightwing, he decked fucking Batman. I was like, oh my god.
And we had to find out through a flashback why.
Also, I heard somebody say
it took half of season 4 for us to get to that point. So that's why he quit.
So check this out.
My man was taking his job a little too serious.
I also had to come across.
You gonna beat up a husband in front of his family?
I had to come across a person that
wife and kids right there.
Of all of the Bat family, I would face Batman. I'm like, why? Of all of the Bat family, why do you want to face Batman? His excuse was he thinks Batman really is a bitch. I'm like, no, what? Here's the thing. And Chris, here's the thing. I think, look, there's two things that Batman does very well. there's two things that he does well: detective work and being Batman. And you know what the being Batman part is? The shit that's gonna whoop your ass. And there's something. Look, we give Prep Time too much credit, but here's the thing: Batman really is that damn surgical. So I don't know why any of you niggas have this idea that Batman's that hoe.
There's a reason why we all love how Bruce Timm did Batman, because it's like there was always moments where he did the one scene that gets me. Justice League Unlimited. He busts in there with Amanda Waller in the general and just throws the battery in the general's hand in one swoop hit, and then just punches him and then starts talking to Amanda Waller like he didn't just punch a dude 2 seconds
ago.
Bitch.
No. That's what that was. Listen to me, bitch. What you ain't about to do.
Them two quick attacks was his way of saying, I ain't got time for y'all right now.
Thank you. It really was. It was like,
see,
I gotta be real with you.
Everybody talks about Prep Time, but I've always said quick reaction Batman is best Batman. Case in point, Chris, you and I cried in the theater at the Batman. Freeze, Bat. He did the double overhead throw.
He double overhead. He axed through that shit.
Thank you. He axed through an actual bat at the cop, and you heard that ping. I saw that. I said, you know what? We can stop the movie.
That's right here.
Here's the funny part. Here's real quick. Let me just run through that real quick. So, Batman, Nightwing is just as bad because Nightwing's the replacement for him.
Thank you, Nightwing.
All right. I can beat Tim Drake. No, you not, because Tim is a fucking psychopath.
Get him with them sticks.
I can take Red Hood. No, you not.
Tim Drake. That is Donatello with a cape.
Do you know that every iteration of Tim Drake, if you time skipped him, you know what happened? He's one of them people. He's one of them. Tried to subdue the subject, but he kept moving.
And see, that's not even getting into
Jason Todd. You're catching a bullet.
You're catching a bullet.
Well, here's the thing, and then
I can take Duke Thomas. Can you? That's nigga speed. That is nigga speed.
And then you got Damian. Before you even get the word D out your mouth, this happens.
What's that, nigga? Actually, I was thinking more so because it's Damian, League of Assassins.
We'll kill you.
The moment you hear, I could take Damian, your tongue is already cut off.
Oh, dude. Funny, real quick. The previous animated movies, right? The funniest shit. I don't know if you saw it, so me and D saw it. It was it Justice League versus Teen Titans? Where
I've seen that one.
I think he beat the shit out of Riddler, and Batman scolding him in front of the league, like, hey, bro, like, we're supposed to subdue him. Why the fuck did you do that? Whoa, like, we're supposed to kill him, right? Like, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Like, you want me to do? Like, come on. League of Assassins. I kill people.
Fuck, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I was raised to do.
There's a reason why when Nightwing fought Damian after he subdued him, he called Batman. Nightwing's all cut to shit. Like, yeah, I found your son. Yeah, we gotta talk about this.
I'm about to kill your son, bro. That's what you actually heard. Hello, I'm about to kill your fucking son, nigga. He here. You calm now, Damian. Fuck you, little nigga. Yeah, so he here.
This is the reason. This is why
he got him tied up with the bolo.
Here's the thing, though. Hey, Chris, and that's the thing about Nightwing. You don't want to see Nightwing. Why? Because he has the same problem Bruce got. What is that? His therapy is being fucking Nightwing. That's your problem.
Even when he was secret agent, Dick Grayson was still murdering people.
He was still on, every person I punch is the Falcone family. He's been on that. He's been on berserk mode just as long as Bruce have.
Now the thing about Master of the Phantasm, it is definitely a slow burn of a movie where it's like you're getting action beats mainly with the Phantasm going after the gang members, and then Batman taking the hit and he has to run away from the cops and all that stuff. That's your action beats, basically.
Yeah.
But everything else is built on everything else about this movie is built on the mystery of who is the Phantasm and the flashbacks of Bruce being Batman and him having that relationship with Andrea and her shit with her family. It's a lot of back and forth flashbacks and all that stuff. And particular Batman Joker factors into it, which I thought the most amazing thing about just outside of this movie, even in the show, is that we get glimpses of Joker before he became Joker when he was a gangster. And I love it.
And that's the great part. And I was asking Eris, and you see Joker right there above your boy, by your boy Sidney Koufax down there on the corner.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, you see him over there. And I was asking Eris, will we call this Joe Chill? And Eris is like,
no. I stand on it. No, this is not Joe Chill. Even though I gotta ask this question, considering how young he looks in this picture, when we see him in the animated series, it makes me ask the question: how much time has passed? How old is Joker in the animated series versus this time?
Well, adding that part in the animated series, I don't know if you remember the episode with the guy that did the comedy at the Johnny Carson, I guess, sort of show inside the Batman universe and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bruce figured out that the comedian from that tape years ago was the Joker.
Was that the Red Hood?
No. This was in the TV show. I think it was like the second season. I think second or third.
I know what he. Yeah, I know what you're talking
but
about.
Like the comedian,
I forgot.
Yeah.
It was the comedian. It was just the comedian.
But like Bruce was like, hold on, that comedian looks familiar, and then he did the whole thing, and it's like, oh shit, that was Joker in his. So when I watched this movie, it's like, yo, he really did have like a lot of stuff going on for himself, other than just being a killer.
And all it took was for Bruce was to just grab a red colored pencil and just go over the grin.
Oh,
he's like,
goodness.
Oh no!
And
when the picture has Mark Hamill's Joker laugh,
yeah, you already know where it's going. That's my thing. When it comes to Joker, I think do you like him more as a random gangster?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like him as somebody who was in the crime scene and he was known and he ended up being the Joker?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it that rare occasion where Joker was a regular guy and he snapped? Like even with the Joker movie, the Joaquin Phoenix movie is a probably good example of that. And then so which version do you like better?
To answer your question, D, I'm gonna say the same answer the Joker said himself. I like multiple choice.
I was gonna say that. That's what I like.
I mean, that's what Nolan was doing in The Dark Knight, when every time he explained how he got the scars, that was his way of kind of giving you different interpretations of like,
or whenever he had couch time with Harlequin, he's like, I remember my father was supposed to take me to the circus. It was the circus, the movie theater, like all.
Did he do another story in Joker in Batman Beyond? Revenge, was it Return of the Joker and stuff, where he told another story?
And I think that was the genius that Christopher Nolan got. That was the little bit of genius that Christopher Nolan got with Joker, where it was like, this motherfucker literally changes up his story every time you hear him.
It would always have me rolling was Harley being so heartbroken when she found out. She was like, the circus. He said it was the circus. He's got 1 million of them.
Hey, listen, the thing about this movie is that, one of the things I think going into it, this is from off of the Mask of the Phantasm release, like they did interviews with Bruce Timm and them and Dini. They initially didn't want to make this. They wanted to make this movie where it didn't have any of Batman's rogue galleries in it.
Yeah,
which would have been interesting.
It would have. I could see how.
I mean, the return of Jazz Man.
I hate to be that person
who had more of a was Gordon than Batman.
Because I told this to Eris not too long ago when it came to toy animation with anything to Dragon Ball. I hate to be this person with Batman. So who's the villain in this? No, who's the villain? Yeah, I know the Phantasm's here, but who's the villain? Who is it? Am I speaking wrong? Who's going to be the villain in this? I hate to be that person.
But here's the thing. I
really hate to be
but
that
I feel
person.
it had to be the Joker because number one, it works for the Joker because
story-wise,
story
was perfect. It fits right in.
But the thing is, it wouldn't work with Two-Face. It wouldn't work with Bane. It wouldn't work with Penguin. Would only work if you have him as the guy that gives inside information to Batman, like he needs some information. But I'm kind of shocked that he wasn't in this movie.
Harvey.
He would only.
I think it would work with Harvey, but it can't be.
He would only work. Yeah. He would only work as a secondary villain to
like Batman needs information, and I need to go after the Penguin.
Like if he was just there, because you got to remember, around this time, 93, they were still going with
this is second season.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying around this time they were going with the Burton-esque.
The DeVito Burton, because the fourth season was where they went with
when they went back to
and season 4 kind of went
when they went back to the 60s.
They did with the look, but also like I think even Bruce Timm, because I still got the DVD, but he was like, we kind of wanted to make him so like we see in the Arkham games where he clearly is gun running and he's with the gangsters, but like he's information if Batman needs information, like hey, what's going on? What's happening over here? Give me some information or I'll break your legs. That kind of shit.
You know, it's kind of funny. I like how
you're gonna need 2 monocles.
Like how I like how need 2 monocles. I like how some of the stuff that how some stuff happens in certain media trickles down through the time and all the rest of that. That's why I kind of like Joker having multiple backgrounds, or like we said, with
Catwoman could have worked in this movie in a weird way.
Catwoman, I don't think it would have.
In a weird way.
I think it would have took away. Personally.
Even if it was Selena, not Catwoman, but just Selena, just there in a weird way.
There are ways you could go about it, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you gonna stop chasing her for some shit like that? You know what I mean?
It was my favorite line. Oh my God, you still so you really do care. More than you'll ever know.
Can't be real. Catwoman and Batman is the most toxic ass relationship that everybody wants.
Here's the funny thing.
But it works. It's a weird toxic relationship that works.
I hated every second of what Tom King did. You want to know the sick part? It made sense.
Yeah.
That's the part. That's the biggest pill of that. The last 2 issues of that Batman run can go fuck off for D. But you want to know something messed up? Much like the way the Sopranos ended, where it just went to black. It's genius. In this case, I don't want to say it's genius, but it's like, hey, Batman still needs the Batman. And this sucks, but we need something to make it. We need somebody to fuck it up for Batman. Now, you picking Bane of all people to do this was weird, but at the end of the day, Batman can still Batman. I hate it when comics have to make that choice. You know what I mean?
I think that's what
you have to make that choice. I think that's what outside of that, you would have to do something monumental to the character. And if you ain't got nothing that can match, it's gonna suck, man. That and also I think publishing kind of fucked it up. I have a feeling behind the scenes, Tom was like, this was the best I could do because they wouldn't let me do this.
But I think that's what makes it interesting with Andrea, because spoilers, Andrea is the Phantasm. So like Andrea is sort of like the Catwoman-esque aspect of it in a way. So
I like the fact that it's
if I may.
Go ahead, Chris.
If I may. Earlier we said that the Phantasm is pretty much doing Batman's job except killing them, right? Killing all the gangsters. So here's my this is just my question. You know the amount of gangsters that are getting off in Gotham by whether it's the Phantasm or their own infighting or rival gangsters or whatever. The fact that Batman gets blamed for it, I would personally like to say that if Batman decided to say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and take the blame. I'm going to confront this. And the Phantasm and Batman have one good conversation, and that conversation leads to this.
Hey, listen.
Let me tell you something.
Let
me tell you something. Crime in Gotham be non-existent.
Here's the thing. I always hate how we have to come. It has to be your morals at the end of the day have to match Bruce's.
It
I
does.
always hate that when it comes to any team up. And this is just not with Batman. This is with any team up. Unless they have the same moral code, it won't work. Now, every now and then, yeah, you could put a Deadpool with a Spider-Man and it'll fucking work because both these motherfuckers don't match. Sometimes you can do that shit. But with Batman, unless you're gonna go all the way with it and have him team up with the Ninja Turtles or the Power Rangers, it ain't gonna work the way you think it's gonna work.
Let me tell you something. So let me tell you something about Poison Ivy. When we talked about episodes of the animated series, I think the most fucked up episode, but also sad at the same time, Poison Ivy grew a family. Literally, like baby, like it was a
remember when I was talking earlier
episode.
about? Remember I was talking about earlier about kids being able to take certain shit. There was something that happened on Steven Universe with one of my favorite girls in Steven Universe. So it was Amethyst. Mm-hmm. Amethyst did a little thing where she turned into Steven's dad. She's turned into Steven's mom in front of her dad. His dad was like, "Hey, yo, chill with that shit." She's like, "What? You don't like it when I do it?" I'm like this. Kids are watching this episode, nigga. What the fuck? In that, so the same what the fuck I get with it when she grew a family. People are like, oh no, I need you to realize how fucked this is, okay? How
you mind controlled a man. You mind controlled a man, and you made kids from plants.
Made kids mean you manipulated his mind to think he had children,
and you manipulated Batman until he picked up on what the fuck was going on because. Well, and I think that's what makes
because the plot kind of dictated that he did.
Yeah, because like, but like she made Batman believe like, damn, maybe she is legit. Fuck, maybe I'm stupid.
Episode, bro.
To be fair, who did it worse, Ivy or Baby Doll? Because Baby Doll literally captured her entire co-stars TV family to be a family. And keep this in mind. The show had been off the air probably for a decade plus, so everybody got old, except her, obviously. And they still wanted to be a family.
When she did the Nino Brown tears clicking the fucking gun to Batman, I was like, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. There are just
shit.
The image of what she saw of herself, of what she would look like if she didn't have that disease.
Whew.
Oh god, that hurt.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. You there. We say kids can handle this shit. Yes, they can, but it's up to. God damn, I hate saying this because I don't check this with my own kids. It's up to your parent to help you out through some emotions like this shit. I will never forget the Baby Doll one because I could when I saw it as a kid, I could take it at the time, but even as a kid, you kind of know the ramifications of what the fuck was going on. You know what I mean?
Look.
Even as kids, they like, let's admit, we have seen shit as kids. It flew right off our heads, and we seen it years later, and we act like we always fucking knew it. But you really gotta take yourself back to the point where it saw you. Either it scared you or it excited you because you didn't know what you were feeling. And I remember seeing that click, 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 click part, and it hit me in my head of how fucked up this situation is.
Dude, because here's what's fucked up, okay? This is me opening up a little bit here. But like, jokes aside on the SRK forums, shit that happened to Gary Coleman before he died, just leading up to his death. I ain't gonna lie, that like we were so fucked up. We were so fucked up at the time on the fucking message boards, but we saw
that was when hey, Chris, it's okay. It's okay. It was during the wild west of the internet. Y'all don't want to know the effed up shit we used to type to each other and say about people. That's why I hate social media, because now we all can see it. You know what I mean?
Because message boards regulated you to where it's like, hey guys, you went a bit too far. Stop it.
You either went a bit too far, or it stayed in that niche message board where not the world didn't fucking see it.
I think about the Baby Doll episode. I think back to Gary Coleman. I was like, oh my god, Gary Coleman had a Baby Doll moment, and damn.
I think shit. Even the episode with your boy Scarface is a fucked up episode.
Dude, the idea of Scarface, a guy who is the most quiet, timid man, and he's holding a puppet that is like the evil incarnate of his head.
The
question mark?
No, here's the part that got everybody messed up. The Tommy gun going off and destroying the puppet.
Nigga.
Us as kids seeing this. Again, Clayface bashing the TV screens and electrocuting himself. Us as kids seeing this. See, Chris, you get it.
Chris, hey, look, Harris. Look.
You know, I would have paid for a thing like this. Ugh, too bad I won't see the result.
Hey, Harris.
I'll never get to see the review.
Harris. Look. A bunch of random 12-year-olds in America when that happened.
Why?
We didn't get why he threw that whole clay hand into that TV. Now here's me. Hey, let me grab on. Let me join you, nigga.
All I'm saying is, hey, ain't gonna lie.
Greatest death scene ever.
Ain't gonna lie though. When Bruce Timm and them were animating that scene of Andrea and Joker with the tooth missing and him laughing in the fire. Hey, ain't gonna lie, this is Bruce Timm in the studio.
You ain't nigga. The laughter,
no.
The fire in the background.
One ball
the fire. Joker laughing. The orchestral music.
Oh yes. Oh man, listen. If you saw the okay, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say trailers haven't lost their touch nowadays, but like that trailer for Batman Mask of the Phantasm was literally gonna have you as a kid, Mom, Dad, you gotta take me to movie theaters. We gotta see this Batman movie. No, because that trailer was like epic. The orchestra music, all that shit was like there.
You know, the one thing I always wondered though, it's when the last remaining mobster, Salvatore, decides to hire the Joker for $5 million to kill Batman.
Joker would do that shit for free.
He would have did. That Joker would.
No, yeah, exactly.
Note what I said. That Joker would.
Yeah, that Joker. I'm like, I do this shit for free. Like you talking about?
But no, I mean, because he asked him when he told him, he said, haven't you read the papers? It's Batman doing this. No, it ain't the Bat.
No.
I've seen wrong. It ain't the Bat. Nope. I've seen the guy. He looks like the ghost of Christmas future. Nowhere near as cute as Bat Boy. I did also, and then when he finally meets him, he said, he says, hey, I'll give you credit for the theatrics. Costume is a bit much, but then again, who am I to complain?
Hey, listen. I
remember as a kid. I'm sorry, real Chris. I remember as a kid, and I was wondering when I was going through this movie what the Joker was going to say, because when I was in the movie theater, I remember two distinctive things. There was a little kid in front of me going, "Mommy, why? Mommy, why?" I remember that, and I won't go into how I felt and how much that kid annoyed me. But another thing I remember was every time Joker said something, there was a grown-ass man in the front row that was cracking up at everything that Joker said. So as an adult, yeah, nigga, you was laughing a little bit too hard. But then I had to think about it. This is 1993 that this came out. How many cartoons was spitting like this in 1993? So yeah, when Joker said, costume's a bit much, but who am I to complain? And I heard the nigga in the front, ha! I get it now.
You know what I
there were alright jokes in here, but they were good alright jokes. You know what I mean?
One of the things I always pointed out was Joker figured out before everybody else who the Phantasm was.
That's the thing I love about Joker, because Joker even does that with I know who Batman is already. Who is it? Why am I going to tell you?
No, but that's
I know.
You know what?
He figured out who the Phantasm was.
No, but you know what? That's what. Again, this is why I love Return of the Joker. when he's talking to Batman and he said Bruce Wayne and starts talking about his parents getting killed, I was like, so he fucking knew the whole goddamn time. And it wasn't because the thing of it is, Bruce thought, well, maybe Tim broke. And he's like, nah, the kid didn't break. I just fucking knew you were Bruce. And I was like, oh shit. Like, all right.
He did something. He said a line
No,
like that.
the line
Now
was
he said a line. I'm sorry, Eris. Didn't he say a line like that in Arkham City? Not Arkham City, Arkham in Arkham Knight.
What,
when
he knew who he was?
When Batman was hallucinating and shit. Then he said like, yeah, I know who you are. Duh. It was like, nigga, I been knew who you was.
Well, really, it was a line when he said, you know, as soon as the I think he said as soon as the electrocution, the shock treatments and everything started to take their toll, and then that's when the boy began to share such secrets with me, secrets that are mine alone to know, Bruce. Now, when he said, and like a kid who peeks at his Christmas presents, sadly, it was anticlimactic. Behind all the stern and batarangs, you're just a kid in the place and crying for mommy and daddy.
Oof.
It'd be funny if it wasn't so pathetic.
And that's why I was like,
Batman. Let me tell you something.
Actually, no, this was more Batman.
No, because when he said that, that's when I picked up on, oh, he fucking knew Bruce was Batman the whole fucking time. It was just anticlimactic in the sense of, that's why he's Batman? Really?
So when he figures out that Beaumont, that Andrea Beaumont is the Phantasm, you notice that when he says, hello there, Poopsie. You know, you never call, you never write, but understand that I always have a soft spot for you.
Hey, look, I will give you.
He said, dude, hold on. And I believe this is where Jeff Bezos has gotten the idea for air delivery, because my man sends in a drone with bomb.
So let me tell you something.
No, Eris. The scene before all that. Little robot chomping like that.
Yes.
Joker throws a little, what I like to call cartoon salami, the best salami that has ever been made.
Mm-hmm.
You go in and take a piece out. Say, you in the mood? Like he was trying to take. You like, yeah. So,
feel like warming up that midnight oil tonight.
All of a sudden you walked in. Of course, company 80 something.
He says, ain't it all? Yeah, he's like, ain't it always the way you get in the mood and company shows up?
To me, that was the funniest joke. That was like,
there is something about animation that I love, again, about Batman animated series. There is something blood, but also there is something creepy about how they shoot, how people get hit with the joking laughing gas, and it's done in such a sick, sadistic way visually. And maybe because like when Reeves gets hit with the fucking joking thing, and it's like this, it's juxtaposed with like the background being in the dark and shit, and you see him like really laughing, like this is kind of disturbing laugh.
This man got yoked up by motherfucking Batman, and he's still laughing. He was like,
he's fighting it, but you can see that. You can see, but
he's right. That's right there. He's right there. I tried. I'm sorry.
My favorite.
He's downtown.
My favorite. No. My favorite bit with Arturo. Because my man is like hopped up on Joker laughing gas.
Well, he's calm. Isn't he kind of like on a calm down?
No. Well, this is when you thought he calmed down. He wakes up and he sees Batman coming. He goes, "Oh no!"
That look, Eris. I'm in favor. It's the same.
Energy.
I'll be honest with you. I think that's every guy.
That's every guy that sees Batman. Oh no!
It's the oh no.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, no. See,
you stop laughing, and the fucking bat shows up. And when I say bat, I don't know.
Cold sweat and all.
All right. Now, when D says bat, there's a difference between the Batman and the bat. The Batman is the detective. The bat is all of a sudden this nigga that's Brock Lesnar coming through in a cape.
Full black Air Force energy.
I ain't gonna lie, Sue. When you sat there and said, it's Batman laughing, I gotta imagine somebody that jumps the turnstile and fucking like in the metro station. All of a sudden, oh shit, he sees like a silhouette of the bat. Like, shit.
Nigga, I made it on time. You just see the thing in the background. If I can if I can, all you see in the background is literally purr.
It's like I got my leg broken because I just fucking didn't want to pay $2.30.
I love shit. Let me make it very clear.
The scariest Batman appearance is no music.
Nigga. Actually, let me be real.
No music. It's just him.
I am sick to this day. That's why I'm not sick to this day. That's why I love the Batman for that moment he gave me. It didn't have to do much. All you did was doom, doom, doom. And all you heard was footsteps. And I'm like, I already shit my pants. I'm done. I can't do it. I ain't fighting. Look, Eris, I am bigger than Robert Pattinson. I ain't fucking with that nigga. You fight.
Bulletproof bat suit.
Nah, buddy. Nah, me and D, we were sitting there, right? All of a sudden,
crack.
No. It's before that, because again, like you said, D, it's always that one person in the group. It's fucking Batman. What's he gonna do? As soon as he did this, you just saw it hit X to parry.
Triangle.
Hey, that one kid that was sitting there that one kid that had the tear going down his ass, like, oh no, oh god, no.
Like I said, this is the thing that always makes me mad when everybody brings up Batman breaking somebody's sternum.
A-cab Batman?
Like, yeah. This is why I hate that version of Batman, because he doesn't do that much. He really don't.
Hey, D, you gotta understand. You gotta understand, when Arkham City came out, that's all I was. I was A-cab Batman.
Oh, nigga. Arkham City, each one of them inmates can get all of these hands, nigga. But here's the thing that gets me.
When you play Arkham Knight, you're driving around the city only to give bad guys the hands.
The worst thing in the world.
You solved all the Riddler puzzles. You're just doing it just
punching niggas.
I love the game at this point, buddy.
For the love of the game.
Dog, new game plus 100%. And you out there, what? It's the freaking bat. Dog. No, Chris, the thing that kills me. You want to know what scares D? Crime done. You're relaxed. Man, it's 2:00 in the morning. In my underwear, getting some milk. Close the door. Look, you close the refrigerator door, sit up, and right behind you, just see the eyes of Batman. Oh fuck! Oh God! This is how I die. Here's the thing. Batman has not killed no one, but the fear of God goes into everybody. Like, he's going to kill me. I'm going to be the one that he kills. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. There's always one dude, one goon who didn't pass the 4th grade that goes, I've seen jujitsu before. You don't scare me.
Here's the thing. You mind your own business in your house. Whole window pane implodes. Batman comes through it. And then after he gets the information he needs from you, I'm sitting here going, so I'm supposed to just sit here and just freeze to death. Like, who
Batman?
Who fixes this?
Bruce. No.
Like, world's greatest detective. The front door was right there.
Hey, Sue. And the next day, Bruce is going to do this. So about that check, you see, about to give you that.
We don't
check.
like the Batman either. We think Batman's a big meanie. Here's a check. Fix your door. Now, I think. Now that being said, I think
this ain't coming on my HMO, right?
Hey, you ever think, guys, with
My
Batman,
homeowner's insurance ain't covering this.
you ever think when Batman is chasing somebody in the Batmobile and he takes a sharp right turn and side swipes somebody's car? You think Bruce is like this? Fuck, gotta pay that shit. There's sometimes I know Bruce is like, those were 5 lampposts. Fuck, I gotta pay for that. Hey Alfred, yeah, you saw what I did, right? Yeah, make a note of that shit for me, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Next thing, then all of a sudden, then the other side of it is, you're in the hospital for a punctured lung because you stole some Sour Patch Kids and Batman happened to see you.
Chris, can you just say the diamonds of Monte Cristo or something? Why do you pick? Hey, nigga, I was trying to get something to. I'm 8 years old. I grabbed a stick of Big Red, and this nigga came out of nowhere.
Justice will be served. It's Batman. Justice is served for less. Okay.
He fucking jaywalking all of a sudden. You can see you.
Me and my wife. Hey, going back to what we said earlier about the Bat family beating your ass.
Again, my wife, freeze.
Earlier about we saying the Bat family beating the shit out of you. My wife said, "Oh, you don't want to go against Barbara because Barbara is the level-headed one. She the level-headed one of everybody.
She's the nice one.
She the nice one, and she's still going to snap suplex you like it ain't.
Simone Biles ain't got shit on her.
This is Barbara. I think people think, oh, it's Batgirl. No, Batgirl can fuck people up."
Here's my thing.
That's what makes her so scary. She's the level-headed one.
Now, you know what's interesting about Andrea Beaumont? Clearly,
she has the voice of Lois Lane. I thought that was actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
she went from that, and then Bruce Timm was like,
"Can you be Lois Lane?" Yeah, you do that shit.
Yeah, do that. But like,
you ain't gotta change up the voice either.
Clearly, Andrea, being she went to the rich white woman school of jujitsu because that's how she's killing all these gangsters and shit. Because I'm like, you see the Phantasm doing his thing, and I'm like,
all it took
self-defense classes for women.
This is the reason why I don't. The only reason why I don't like Detective Batman is because one hip toss can take out everybody.
Dude, hey, look, the video.
These are Italian gangsters. They're not. All they know how to do is shoot. If you don't hit,
Hey, look. The video was circulating. The video is circulating already online. Batman fucking when he met Superman and he fucking judo threw his ass through a table and shit. And people are like, Batman can do that? I'm like, well, I mean, if you catch Superman off guard, yeah.
No, sir, these are
these are kryptonite. Duh. Kryptonite.
Sir, these are Italian gangsters. They only know guns and veal pastas, all right?
And they fucking souffle, fried pit's guts.
Laughing Mamma Mia.
I wasn't gonna go American with it and say chicken parm.
I like chicken parm, so that's not really their Italian.
Man,
that's why I said I didn't go there with that.
These niggas eat ravioli. These niggas eat ravioli and shit. Wait a minute. Chicken Alfredo, chitlins Alfredo.
Terrible.
Chris is the one that said Mamma Mia.
Still.
He the one that said Mamma Mia. Like a Vespa is going to appear out of nowhere.
No, still, it's down to just 3 gangsters though. You have what's the name? First of all, you have
when I heard
Sylvester, Bronski, and Chucky Saul.
All right, real quick, we didn't talk about this man. Talk about this man. It's the voice of the actual Phantasm and the voice of Andre's dad, Stacy Keach.
Yeah, good old Stacy
Keach with his
Bill Bronski.
I was like, hi, Stacy. I'm like, what's up, Keach? What's up,
Keach?
Stacy Keach is one of those dudes that you don't get to see acting a lot of stuff, but if you do, trust me, Stacy gives a fuck of everything he in. He's just not in a lot of shit.
My man, 84 years old, buddy.
Still kicking. It was really cool hearing that Titus got to finish their last like episode or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did it during COVID or something like that. And they all did it over online. They said, and yes, Stacy Keach was there. I'm like, yes, Stacy did it. Because to me, Stacy was like, the fuck am I doing this for? I'm trying to live. I don't need to be doing.
No, but you know what's interesting though, when we think about this movie, like to get. And like I said, it's credit to Bruce Timm and them. They always, whenever they get voice talent and stuff, they've always gotten, again, the boomer actors that we know and we've seen.
They went straight for boomer TV and
Abe Vigoda,
boomer low level acting.
Abe Vigoda. It's like you got Abe Vigoda to get into a booth to voice. That's crazy, man.
That's crazy. Like now, here's the
which is ironic because in Godfather he played Salvatore.
Yeah,
and
Salvatore Tessio.
And it's kind of funny me mentioning Stacy Keach. Stacy Keach will fall into the same line as Powers Booth when they got Powers Booth to do Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah,
when you got somebody who's a legit good actor that you brought in like that, and they brought in a few people like that, man. And
Tress MacNeille is in this.
Tress MacNeille's there in the background. Arlene Sorkin's in the background too. Of course she is. You hear her actually.
And she was uncredited in this for some reason.
But you hear, hold on. Here's the other fun thing. When we did Rover Dangerfield, she was in that movie, but she was uncredited in that one too. I don't know what was going on with her contract at the time at WB, but there you go. So that is one of those weird, like, huh.
you know what? I always said that me and Prime said this and stuff. In certain moments, you tend to forget there's never been a bad Alfred Pennyworth.
Can I say there has been one?
I don't think there has been one.
The one in Beware the Batman, I wasn't too fond of.
You really were fond of?
He was all right. That was the one that could handle himself, right? That was the
one. So they used that as the basis for the Pennyworth show, which is actually pretty fucking good.
I heard Pennyworth was good. I never seen one.
It's really good.
I haven't seen none of it, but everybody said it was good.
But I think one of the things about Alfred is that the comic book side of the character, they did so many different variations of it. So like when you look at Beware like you said, Beware the Batman and even Pennyworth, you forget in the comics, like they had the background that Pennyworth was like an actual army, like he actually can shoot guns. He was part of the Royal Army, all that Secret Service, that kind of.
I was about to say, the one in Beware the Batman, he was a part of SAS at one point.
Yeah, SAS. So it's like when you see those moments, you're kind of like, all right, cool. So that's why I like, as much as I don't like Gotham, Alfred in that show was actually pretty fucking good. I
will have to agree. I will have to agree there. I think what we got in the cartoon, at least what we got in this cartoon.
Oh, he was great.
Comes to this Pennyworth, I like about him is that you can really tell that he helped raise Batman. He's there to be the therapy that Batman that he needs. And I love that one line. And I love that one line that he said, where he said, "You act like you know everything about me. I should. I wiped your ass. I should." I'm like, thank you, Alfred.
When it comes to live action, I'm nostalgic and I'm biased. I like Michael Gall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still my favorite.
I don't for one reason.
He's still my favorite Alfred.
I don't for one reason. And this is so unfair to him. He looks generic. It's so generic. I will say this.
At the time.
I will say I'm not even I'm doing a period, dog. It don't matter for me at the time or not.
No, but you gotta think at the time.
Everybody can be whatever. The point is, I'm not a fan only because he comes off generic, but I will say that him and Batman Forever is where I remember him the most in. And because I think he had the most time to actually get to act.
What I'm trying to say is that at the time, not a whole lot was ever explored with Alfred.
Yep.
During Batman 89, Batman Returns, even in the animated series, not a whole lot was ever really explored with him, especially for us growing up. Unless we were like super neck deep into Batman comics and they actually did decide to deviate and do a story on him.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing too, because it's like in this film, you see their relationship. Because, like I said, again, I think in the series, because you're already diving straight into Batman being Batman, the camaraderie between him and Alfred is there. But you can tell in this one,
Now,
it's more so to the point about the fact that Alfred is like you could tell. Oh,
yeah, he's that
was
guy.
he's the guy that raised Bruce, so he's going to be a parent when he needs to be a parent in that moment.
And yes, I do admit, animated series Alfred is my second favorite.
Oh yeah, that shit, dude. The shit with the Hawk people that came to Earth and they belt blast through the fucking manor, and he's just sweeping like, I gotta clean this shit up when this fucking thing's over with. Jesus, like
I'm like, Alfred, I don't think Bruce yells at you for any of this shit. You can take your time.
Look,
but I mean,
look, he was almost done with having the whole mansion cleaned. He was about to put on a spot of tea and watch Matlock.
I was about to say
not
that,
Doctor
Aaron.
Who, because he's Brit.
No. I'm with you, Aaron, because I was about to say that. Master Bruce is gone. House is clean. Time to watch my show. Click.
It was gonna be. It was listen. I was either gonna go with Matlock, Perry Mason, or Night Court.
I was actually actually that would have been great. Master Bruce is gone. Master Bruce is gone. Time for some me time. Look, you just see Alfred grooving.
Gotta be honest with you, I miss. Hey, listen.
Like I said, you could take your pick of the three.
Now, let me ask you this:
Perry Mason and
maybe Sue might know this, but you remember when they actually? I do one thing about this movie that they did do a lot of pushing for the soundtrack. They pushed the soundtrack pretty hard.
They did push the soundtrack.
I don't remember nothing.
I heard the soundtrack.
I remember nothing of the soundtrack.
No, the soundtrack was definitely pushed more because I remember it was like one award show in '94, and I think what was it? The song from this movie was put up as a nomination.
It can't be. Let me find it out. I don't remember. I'm just being real. I'm not trying to knock y'all or anything like that. I don't remember hearing nothing of the soundtrack of this shit.
Well, a lot of it is like the Danny Elfman stuff.
No, not Danny Elfman. It's actually what's the face? It's actually
So Shirley Walker is the composer.
This was this whole thing.
Tia Carrero sang on this song.
This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest trivia ever because
Saida Garrett wrote it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That song comes at the end, right? So, like I said, I'm not paying attention yet. Usually when the movie's over, when I see the credits, I'll look at the credits deeper later. So I just turn off the movie, right? But the movie kept playing, right? And I'm hearing the song and I'm like, okay, who's it? Like, what is there? Or I'm like, because I'm thinking of the era, 1993. At the end of all those movies, you want to hear Freddie Jackson, or some shit like that at the end of the movie. Here come motherfucking James Ingram singing the shit out of something. You know, I'm thinking it's going to be one of them. So I'm listening. I'm like, that's not a black woman. I don't think that's a white woman. Who the fuck is this? Who is this wannabe Vanessa Williams sounding chick? Click, 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 click. Tia Carrera? It is one of the most random.
It is very random.
Is the song bad? I don't think it's bad, but it's forgettable.
You know what? I will say this though.
It is one of the most random things ever.
You are questioning a woman who's saying why you want to break my heart a year ago.
Look.
That song slaps, by the way.
I love Tia Carrera. Okay, R&B ain't where you need to be at, sis. That's what I'm saying. They ain't your ticket. Okay, your ticket is your Hawaiian Japanese skin. That's about it. But the point is,
anyway, I will say this though: there is aspects of the Ghostface character that probably
Super Smash.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, look, the only thing Ghostface in those Scream movies is missing is a smoke effect of like it disappearing off.
The smoke. Well, okay, hold on. Ghostface in the Scream movies is a little different. You got the actual scare, like the actual ghost face and the hook hand from Phantasm.
Well, she has a knife.
That's what I'm saying. She like Ghostface just runs around with a knife as opposed to an actual hook hand.
Yeah, I look, that was also the other thing too. It's kind of interesting because they use the Phantasm character later on in a Batman Beyond sort of epilogue where essentially the idea was she was going to be the person that was going to be the Joe Chill for Terry to inspire him to be Batman, but she couldn't go through with it because she was like, "No, this is fucked up. What the hell are we doing here?"
Son, let me tell you,
I thought that was a deep cuts. If you think about it,
super deep cut because given how this movie ends with with Andrea on a cruise ship, pretty much leaving Gotham and leaving everything behind.
Yeah.
She never gets with Bruce, and then here I'm thinking, all right, well, that's the last we ever see of her again. Fast forward to super in the future of Batman Beyond, and she shows up as the Phantasm. I'm like, son, you had that costume all these years.
I mean, but look, and
the suit, you never got rid of it.
And I appreciate how the show even gave her like the sort of like gray hairs and everything. Yeah. Like, oh, she old as, because obviously Bruce wasn't decrepit yet during this period at this stage, so it makes sense. Like, oh, okay, shit, she was still alive. All right, cool. Funny enough, they don't recognize Mystery of the Batwoman, which is hilarious to me.
That's funny.
Which Mystery of the Batwoman could have been a fucking damn 2-part episode and been done. Like that was no reason for that shit to be a whole fucking movie. I was like, really? Direct-to-DVD movie? That was the third direct-to-DVD Batman movie, animated movie at the time. But nah, oh shit! So Mondo actually has the Mask of the Phantasm vinyl, $35.
Oh, that's what's up. Then they just also recently released this movie in 4K, like this year.
I need to get that. Yeah, I mean, look, but the home video is this. This is pretty much where the movie really did kick up monetary wise, because I mean, everybody fucking wanted that clamshell Mask of the Phantasm.
I will say this, Chris. I will say this, Chris. I can't, in my personal right conscience, put this over 89 Batman.
I can't either.
But this is definitely over Returns for me. I will say that, and that's unfair to Returns because I told y'all when we did Returns, I wasn't a big fan of it as a kid. I just didn't watch it that a lot as a kid. So that's kind of unfair to it. I can be real with that.
That's where I'm the breaker between the two of you. I put this movie third on the row from 89 and Returns because I watched the first two more than Mask.
I know why you. I knew what you would say that. Now here's the funny thing about that with me, and I admitted it. Batman Forever is actually one of my favorite Batman movies, and I actually kind of like it, mainly because that soundtrack was nasty as fuck. But
you know what I remember from Batman Forever?
Huh? I had the Batman Forever and the Batman Robin soundtrack as a kid. Yeah, I was weird.
Hello, gentlemen. I have the Batman Forever film adaptation comic book.
Guys, I had.
Do you remember back in the day?
I still have it to this day
because I had the Mask of the Phantasm tie-in comic book that came out in DC back in the day. I had that one.
I would say that the Batman Forever comic was probably the closest we ever got to like the director's cut.
I do you one better. I had the Batman Forever Sega Genesis game.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was desperate for Batman.
I'm sorry, Chris.
You can run.
You can fly.
See, Chris, you could have lied. You could have lied to say you had Batman Returns on Sega.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that to myself? FMV, nigga.
But Chris, to keep it real, when
you got to control the Batmobile.
When it comes to the Batman movies, the only one I don't like, literally, is Batman and Robin, and everything else is a big yes with me because I think almost all of because here's the funny thing. I'll be real. I can't right conscious put this over the Mr. Freeze Out movie either. The Mr. Freeze movie was actually one of my favorite things from Batman the animated series.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I hate to be that person, but I can't, in right conscience, rank this over that.
I have to watch Sub-Zero more.
Yeah, I look. You know what? I will admit that too, because we got to put that a part of our list of Batman shit to watch. So yes, I will watch it again. But right now, where I can remember, I saw
lowest of low
more.
keys. I would say Mr. Freeze throughout all the Batman animated series shows had probably the dopest book into a character, and that even because everything that you've seen from the animated series going into Sub-Zero, going into season 4, where he ends up landing at, and then this sort of like thing in Batman Beyond, it's like, wow, this has actually been a very interesting long-term booking sort of vibe with this character's character arc. Like, damn, like,
and then fast forward to the side quest in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying when it comes to
whole separate island.
And here's the funny thing also. We're not adding in, we're like when it comes to all the Batman movies, there's still the Long Halloween, which came out that was pretty good. There's Gotham by Gaslight, there's what was the one that just came out? The one that came out, the Killing Joke, which is going to still be controversial. It's going to be controversial forever.
Under the Red Hood,
Under the Red Hood, where everybody argues that might be the best animated one.
Because Under the Red Hood,
it might be. I don't want to give it to it, but I think it is.
Under the Red Hood was dope to me because it finally did a better job. And it's funny because I like the fact that the comics adjusted it too. They actually, you understand the whole Jason Todd scenario way better than how the comics kind of basically fumbled that whole story.
You can tell that it was the 80s. And they were edgelording the shit out of it, but it really didn't have no solid direction. But I will say this. Those scenes, those steals with the Joker with the crowbar, that thing is still rough to look at, and they drew that in the 80s. It was like, ugh,
so you get an animated form and they're able to adjust it, and it's like, oh, that's how he comes back. All right, cool.
And then you have Bruce Greenwood, who's a really good Batman, and then right across from him is the Batman. It was the dude that's taking over Kevin Conroy's voice right now. Your boy, your boy, he's Batman now. He was on The Boys. Shit.
Jensen Ackles?
Ackles. Yeah. Jensen Ackles was on. It might be the best one.
Yeah.
And of course, me and Eris's favorite part in the whole world. Well, you gotta give the boy credit. Came all the way back from the dead to bring this shit together. Hey, who's got a camera?
No, that's your favorite. Mine will always be, wait, don't stop, this gets even better.
I'm the only one that's gonna get what he wants.
Don't spoil it, this gets even
because that is pure Joker. Because like in this movie, in that one, yes, don't you fucking move. Yes.
No, but that's what makes that scene with her like this and the teeth missing and it's animated so well. It's like, oh God, this is great.
I was laughing right there. I told myself, Joker like this. I jerked off so much to this moment. It is happening exactly the way I wanted it. Thank you.
I would dare say this animated film was also really good, and it's the 53rd installment in the DC animated original movies, and that was Batman Doom. Yeah, the Doom that came to Gotham.
Mm-hmm. Doom that came to Gotham was what? What was that? That was
2023, and that was the one where you found out that like all the world's elite in Gotham, including the Waynes, were part of this like cult, and Batman has to Batman basically makes a choice, and it it reminds me quite a bit of episode 1 on Leather Wings.
Oh yeah,
where he actually
I didn't see this one, Eris. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to watch it. It's actually good.
Yep.
That one surprised me. I happened to watch that episode on a plane ride to Japan.
I like how I like how I just see John DiMaggio is doing James Gordon in this one. Cool. So he's Gordon in this one. I always like it when you got to go down where I got to look at the list of who's doing the voice and shit like that. Like, okay, cool.
I mean,
so that's cool, man. But yeah,
but this whole movie, like I said, I think like number one, I thought this movie was like an hour and a half, and I was like, oh, an hour 15. Interesting.
Yeah, not bad. Not actually bad set. Like what I said, that's the only thing that's really drawn away from it. It feels like three episodes thrown together. One more movie to bring up. We'd be wrong not to bring it up because we brought it up several times in this one, and it's actually a really good one. Batman Beyond.
I already said Batman Beyond, the Return of the Joker. I already said that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mention it, but yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that's,
and I think, and I hate to be that person. Yeah, Phantasm doesn't beat that one out for me.
That's the thing, because Return of the Joker, especially the unrated one, that shit went hard. Like,
it went hard, and I think that's the thing.
Again, it's very full circle. Very
like
full
I
circle.
said, outside of Batman and Robin, all of these Batman movies to me are fun. For me, all of them are fun. But go ahead, Eric.
I have an honorable mention.
Who?
What?
2 honorable mentions.
What?
Assault on Arkham and Hush.
I don't like Hush.
Not Hush. Hush was
I don't
rushed.
like Hush.
They somehow made Hush worse than the fucking comic.
Hush is a weird. It's so weird how it is actually. Yeah, Chris was right. It's actually worse.
I'll say this. Hush is more of a take it or leave it type of movie.
You're
either gonna like it or you're not.
All right, you know what, Eric?
And I get it. No, if you read the book, you're definitely gonna hate the movie.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, you're talking to 2 niggas that read the book. And
However,
yeah,
I watched the movie first, and I was like, oh, that's okay.
Long Halloween.
I went in. Hold on. I went into it. I'm going into it like completely blind because I never read the book. So I watched it thinking, okay, this wasn't bad. It was all right. Then I read the book.
Like I said,
I read the book, and I'm like, oh.
Long Halloween did the same thing too. They knew they had to divert.
I did not I'm sorry. I did not understand y'all's game. I am sorry.
Dreadfully sorry. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but Batman Master Phantasm. Go see it. Go watch it. Buy the Blu-ray, 4K, or whatever.
It is a must. It's a must.
It's a must.
So Dark Knight Returns, gentlemen.
Oh yeah, the Dark Knight Returns. Do you know I have a love-hate for that?
Part 1 and 2.
I have a love-hate for that for all of that. The Frank Miller rush of the 2000s. I have a love-hate for that moment because it did reinvigorate a lot of people's love of comic books. I will admit a little bit for me when it comes to Batman, but it was like right in the middle where it's like, hey, I don't think Frank Miller's that great. And then it became a yelling war between everybody and all the rest of it. And now it's like,
was that before or after we saw 300?
But it was after. It was after. But that being said, though, still, Eris, Frank Miller really did. I'm not saying he's responsible for this because you can put this on pretty much all comic book creators when it comes to this shit. In the 2000s, that's when the beginning cracks of the grifter started showing up.
Oh yeah.
And I won't, and I say this in the sense of they weren't doing it bad at the time, but one big thing, and DC fans, we don't like admitting this shit, but this is something we all have to admit. We love the fact that there was a difference between Marvel and DC. That DC would be a little bit more edgelord, a little bit quicker to show death, a little bit quicker to have heavier subjects than Marvel at that time. Now, is that true or not? Yes and no. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Everybody bought into that identity. And when the Heath Ledger Joker came out, it drove it in even harder. That these movies had a lot more grit, that DC was about killing people. Woo. And all of that energy went into New 52. And that's where I can say, that's when the rift started happening. And that's when combine the rush of Star Wars getting revitalized, combine that with the war that we didn't know that was looming that happened between the MCU and the DCU. all of that.
You two being at the front of it.
Boy, Eris, that's why I don't like talking about Frank Miller, because now I can see how we traveled down this road and now we're at so who cares? So what? So you mean to tell me you're gonna put her in the movie and we don't see no cleavage? Like, do they even know what a comic book is? Do they even know it?
No, my favorite.
I'm so sick of that.
For the last 6 years, MCU's been called the MC.
The MCU. We had to hear that. We had to hear. Look, we had to hear the term "go woke, go broke" and all of this shit.
And
like
then,
with all of this shit combining with the internet being so volatile and toxic as it is, how we're not surprised that we got here.
You say all this, and Alan Moore is like this.
And that's the sick part.
Alan Moore told all of us years ago, and you know what we collectively told him? Shut your old ass up. We all said it.
Alan Moore ain't looking too crazy today, is he?
We call him every type of curmudgeon and everything else.
Everything but a child of God.
The motherfucker, like, I swear, Alan Moore was right about most of the shit that we're seeing. He said, I told y'all.
If Alan Moore,
look. Alan Moore was on business back in the 90s when they tried to get him to write for shit back then.
Look.
He was like, I'm not writing for no Hollywood bullshit.
As a guy that got hip to Alan Moore's fucking Swamp Thing, I like crazy Santa Claus. All right. That's Alan Moore for me. That's crazy Santa Claus.
Alan Moore told all of us years ago that we coming down this road. And you know what the other thing was? You know what the other thing was that we all let go, but ended up becoming a TV show was The Boys. When The Boys came out, people let that go. We let that edgelord piece of shit go.
No. Hang on. You let it go until season 4.
No.
I'm talking about the comic.
No. Because
I'm talking about the show.
Yeah, because for the longest time, the comic, and again, Garth Ennis Punisher run, love it. Garth Ennis's Boys, fucking trash.
It is some of the worst writing. It's some of the most. It's like, dude,
it's why all of us that read the Boys comic love the TV show, because it's like, oh my god, thank you.
A middle finger to him. It's a complete middle finger to him, and all those people that want to drive comics into that avenue. But here's the irony of it: the people that are doing we're saying, yeah, fuck you to him. Do you know, on a weird level, we're with the problem?
Yeah.
Well,
we're a problem.
It's like I said with the Boys. You felt like the show was 100% on your side of being anti-go woke, go broke, right? And it was like that up until that 4th season, when it literally turned the mirror around and pointed it directly at you.
And then they got like this.
Yeah, they did. As soon as they turned that mirror around and said, "Say, what's that you see there?"
No, they started like this.
Boy, they did that when they did that when Mother's Milk punched your boy in the face. And like, but he was just saying his freedom.
The first image of them being racist, like scared and racism. This first image right here, that was the end of season 3. The second picture,
they killed old Soldier Boy.
No, the second picture, this was the beginning of season 4, when they realized, oh god, even the boys betrayed us. They've gone woke.
They gone woke too. What did they do to Homelander? Homelander always been a good guy.
No, wow.
What the fuck was you looking at?
He killed people on the plane.
I like how this dude has, like, that's why
I'm better.
You know, I'm better. But here's the sick part about this. Those same people that watch that show will sit and tell you that comics are not political. Coming from a comic that was made because of the political climate that was going on at that time, of everybody being polite, when we realize we're everybody trying to be all upstanding. I'm a part of the American way. This is the one thing I will give The Boys, is that it showed the light of how people really are. Whereas, like, yeah, you know what? And you saw Homelander had that car. He's like, you know what I don't like? I don't like him. He's a dirty nigger. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, fuck you too. See you, kid. And just kill. It's like, yo, why would he do that? During the 90s, like I said, when we all saw the truth of what America was because of 9/11, it changed a lot of people. It changed a lot of people, and just the way we walked, the way we talked, the way we read shit. You know what I mean?
We were good. Like, we were all kumbaya for a good 6 months.
Yeah, we was all like, you know what, America? Like, so it was like, but that's what we wanted because
we
that's
were
the reason why anti.
We
right,
were the
but
idea
actually,
of what America should be.
Actually, right before 9/11, actually before 9/11, Chris was containing this, anti-heroes started bubbling up because everybody started to notice that clean exterior that America always had isn't clean.
Well, that's the reason why,
and that's why everybody started supporting anti-heroes so much. That's why we didn't, and that bubbled over to the point that we get right now, where we're looking at Superman, the new Superman. We're like, holy shit, that's optimism. The Superman we need.
But I mean,
it's crazy.
That speaks to the appeal of Batman, just as a character and stuff. You said anti-hero. I low-key felt like, okay, the movie was actually not bad, but like that's what appealed to Constantine, the idea of this guy who is like he has issues.
Yeah.
And his issues puts him in that anti-hero category where he's not the typical clean-cut hero. Like he has some shit with him.
And that's because, you know, in the lack of people knowing how comic book characters are reading comic books, they didn't know every superhero they saw it as a level infallible. You know what I mean? That it's to this day and one of the best and worst things ever to happen to Cyclops was the animated series, because we all got to see on mass that Optic Blast was cool. But you know what stuck with Cyclops to this day? Everybody thinks he's a pure Boy Scout, and that was never the truth.
And then you look
and to this day, people still would debate you that he is that version of him in the X-Men. It's like, no.
That Grant Morrison one, all the way through the whole thing with the mutant massacre, well, them being decimated because of Scarlet Witch and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that was Cyclops on his like militant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fuck these humans.
Yeah,
we're gonna do what we need to do.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
Look. When you have a character that makes Logan even say, "Hey, buddy, you know I'm fucked up," but goddamn, like that, like,
hey, bub,
are you questioning? Are you questioning me, Logan? Hold this Optic Blast.
Oh no, Sue. Here's the funny.
Chris, it turns into that J. Cole man. Hey, yo, cuz.
No, Sue. He said that shit to fucking Logan when he was like, "Yeah, so Logan, I'm trying to get X-Force back up," and Logan was like, "Whoa, buddy, like, pump your brakes there." Why?
And you know, Scott convinced that nigga, get your small ass in that black spandex. And we got shit to do, Logan. I ain't playing with you, James.
Get your surrogate daughter X-23 with you. Take her with you.
Get that giant ass Native American to help your ass out.
And what's Domino? What's her ass doing?
Where the fuck Domino at? Where that light skinned bitch at? Tell her to get.
Dude, I swear to God, that's exactly how he talked to Logan. Logan looked at him like, okay.
All right, cool. That's what I'm saying. But it's so funny how everybody has a perception of it. Back in the night, like I said, a lot of people, like, even with Storm to this day, people are like, well, Storm is this, like, have you read Storm? You read Storm? Granted, I don't like white guys that write for her because they always either make her super militant or they make her a bitch. And I hate how they do either way with her. But even still, it's like, have you read what Storm does?
But
Storm kills people and go, they got in the way. I'm just saying, look, they saw me making the damn cloud.
But going back to Batman, though, like, I think that's the appeal of Batman, for better or worse. Even the people that aren't a big fan of, oh, he's ACAB Batman. People want to be Batman because it's like, he teeters that line between, depending on who's writing him, he's like the everyman hero in a weird way. He's just rich, or super duper, like, okay, this guy just does everything, right? He's just
he just does a little bit too much.
What's your super
killing Darkseid like it's a Tuesday? Like, that's what we're doing.
That's the like. It's kind of funny.
Man, what's your superpower? I'm rich.
Like, that's kind of the thing that pisses me off about Tony Stark. Like, I feel like we give Tony Stark way too many cool points. I'm like, he's just a nerd. Don't do that. like I feel like we give.
He's what
like,
he's
he
what
has a
Elon
worse
Musk thinks he is.
Like to me, he has a worse. He has a drinking problem that goes unchecked. He's shit to all of his friends. That's the other one that gets me. Who wants to work with Tony? But somehow, some way, he's always the leader.
He caused a literal civil war with the Avengers.
We're not going into the Civil War, both versions, the movie and the comic book. No. Look, Chris, we're not going into the movie or the comic book where everybody like, what, Tony?
I mean, Tony, you were trying to do some kind of pseudo authoritarianism madness by putting a suit in every corner of the earth.
To be fair, Sue, I think the funniest thing ever is when Tony
unmanned suit. By the way,
when Tony in Civil War thought him and fucking Steve were friends, and I'm like, y'all were co-workers. Steve knew y'all were co-workers. What the fuck
Note the word co-worker. Note the word co-worker.
Hey, look. D had me. No, I had D rolling. I was like, I find it funny. He's getting double teamed by Bucky and Steve. Like he thought that they were friends. I'm like,
Chris,
nah, buddy.
No, Chris. The movie prior to that, this is when you knew that things were about to escalate to Civil War. What Captain America does, and I quote, log. All right, Tony. So you're gonna do things your way. I got mine. And they just left the conversation at that.
Side note: every woman in the theater got wet when he just.
Twice. That moment, and the other one.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
curling fucking air hoppers.
So even then, that's what I hate about Captain America. I hate that he has to be stuck with that image too. Yeah. To this day, and this is one of the biggest pushbacks against what Eris calls him. What do you call him? Not nigga America. I forgot what you called him. Whatever you called Falcon Captain America. Eris said something super disrespectful to the African American community, trying to call that brother out. But anyway, I hate that image of him being a Boy Scout has stuck on him so bad. The second they see Falcon Captain America, like, this doesn't make any sense. It's not America. It's like, you see what I'm saying, right?
Wait, did I call him Captain Nigga?
You call him Captain Nigga. It was
sir. That is Isaiah Bradley. That's Captain Nigga. All right, come on.
You need to stop that. He is an American hero. You better put that off. Don't you call it? Look, Chris, this is what I'm called. Come on, old black man. You call him a nigga. That's disrespectful.
First of all,
he was a Marine.
Sir, Isaiah Bradley.
Let me tell you something.
Ain't gonna lie. Hey,
that walked over to Hitler and did this. Stop this war, nigga.
Hey, look. Every black person in the theater. No, actually, every black person during the Falcon Winter Soldier.
When he said they will never make a black man Captain America.
No. When he looked at Bucky, he was like, "Oh, I see your arm grew back." Round 2. I was like, oh shit. Like this motherfucker put hands on Bucky.
He put hands.
He was ready to go. Like, all right, let's go. But yeah, what's our next one?
All right, because we gotta wrap this up. This actually went 2 hours. I really didn't want us to go 2 hours, but we did it. Whatever.
2 hours.
Next episode, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to prove our age. This we
jumping in a hot air balloon.
We did G.I. Joe before. We have talked Transformers. Now it's time to talk about something softer. Yes, Eris.
Yeah, we're time for us
to jump into a giant air balloon, hold hands, and sing songs. If y'all don't know what I'm fucking talking about, y'all gonna know. CHIPMUNK. The Chipmunks. Alvin. Simon,
Theodore,
and Tony,
and the Chipettes,
and Teddy. He want to be known as Teddy now. He ain't Theodore.
And the Chipettes, aka Destiny's Child of.
You better stop!
You really need to stop.
You need to stop it.
We already know who's Beyonce out of the Chipettes.
Chipettes were in that movie, were they? Yeah, were.
Yes, they were.
They weren't competing. Okay, so back in the day, y'all. so real talk. We was all talking. Me and Eris was kicking the shit, and I was like, "Hey, Eris, I gotta be real. I watched the Chipmunks," and Eric's like, "Why are you ashamed of that, D? I watched the Chipmunks." And then that's what I'm saying. Come on, D. It's like, all right. I don't know if this ever happened to y'all guys. This ain't gay, but you ever be around niggas? They be in the shower. Like, come on, man, show your dick, niggas. All right, it's sort of like that. It was sort of like that.
Time out. First off, sir, check the skin tone. Check the skin tone, buddy, because that's some white people shit. That is the color of this can.
No.
See the can, right? You see the can, right? You see the can, right?
The bottom of this bottle.
This is how I know y'all niggas. Look, this is how I know y'all niggas never been in sports before. Niggas be in the shower like, man, get in here. And, like, man, wash your ass, nigga.
Sir, I was in basic training. I stared at the towels. I ain't trying to look at nobody. Nah.
Hey, Chris,
I counted every line of the tiles.
Hey, Chris, I like how you said I counted the tiles. I wasn't accusing you of being gay. I like how you just like, I ain't no faggot, nigga. I ain't do this shit. That's what you did. Okay, seriously. Seriously, the Chipmunks movie, huh?
The Chipmunks movie, it was one of those.
You had to be there.
First off, I didn't see that shit in theaters. I saw it at 5 a.m. on HBO.
I did not. I watched that joke, yes, around like 8 a.m. in the morning on
Because I want to know. Because here's the thing. That was a weird time.
Local video store over in Germany.
Here's the thing. That movie, these were the type of movies, much like Rover Dangerfield, they hit theaters and you didn't fucking know it hit theaters.
It
like
came
that.
and went.
And it's but I will say this: I'm pretty sure this Chipmunk movie made more money than Rover Dangerfield. I could probably say.
Well, yeah, because you put you took a recognizable IP that's been around since long before.
God, I don't think it did.
Oh shit! Well,
this was a $6.8 million budget. I gotta be real. Knowing what happened with this movie, I hope it made budget.
I hope it did. I really hope it. I'm sorry. Hold on. It was initially outperformed the Care Bears movie.
Yeah, it did.
So it did. The
movie made almost $7 million at the box office.
That ain't bad.
That's more than Rover Dangerfield.
I'm about to say that's more. There's a lot more.
Son, that's even on a worse day better than Fern Gully.
Yeah, and like I said, but this Alvin and the Chipmunks movie would be our way of talking about Alvin and Chipmunks. No, we're not doing the CGI shit because no one's ever going to talk about the animated ones. So
I feel you had to talk about this movie because it is kind of like
you have to.
Because that's what I'm saying. Nobody's the thing. It's like nobody ain't going to talk. We ain't going to talk about the CGI one, but this one, I think we need to talk about.
It's up there with the Care Bears movies where you're like, huh, this is interesting. It hit. All right, it's the thing that happened. So the Chipmunks Great Adventure or something like that?
Yeah.
Chipmunks Adventure.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know what I also get this confused with a little bit? Yeah, I thought that was a movie, the DuckTales movie.
Mm-hmm.
Treasure
one and done. Treasure of the Lost Lamp.
Wasn't there an air balloon in that one too?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
see, that's where my confusion comes in. Okay.
And also a Scottish duck.
Two of them, if I'm mistaken. Two of them.
And it's a Chris Lloyd movie.
Yes. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd did voice.
Christopher Lloyd, he was the voice of Murloc.
Yeah, he was the Murloc.
Do we need to do that one?
Yes, we do.
As probably one of the second DuckTales stan ever that knows the lore of DuckTales.
I don't
and as someone who had the movie and watched it religiously.
And as someone who don't like DuckTales,
I watched every goddamn episode.
Here's the sickest of sick, and I don't know who at Disney, whoever the fact that they managed to tie in DuckTales to Darkwing Duck in this weird big world, and then the DuckTales reboot that just came out, it's like the biggest like whirlwind of Easter eggs of the DuckTales, Darkwing Duck shit. It's like
that's because
world of Disney.
That's because first of all, sir, Duckburg is right here. St. Canard is like right across town.
Gizmo Duck is basically the Batman Duck of the fucking
dude. Gizmo Duck was literally the glue that tied both of these worlds
Like
together
Iron
because they
Man.
crossed over into both shows.
Fucking hated Gizmo Duck.
I love
So
Gizmo
much.
Duck, man.
Same.
You know why I don't like Gizmo Duck? Because the
That
big
visor.
No, it's the wheel. It's Gizmo Duck. I like that shit. Like
It's RoboCop,
here's me. Here's
but
this
cartoon
sloppy
form.
motherfucker.
Yep. RoboCop on a unicycle. That's what he
RoboCop on a
I
unicycle.
got a better question. So what y'all rather deal with? Gizmo Duck or Launchpad and a Boeing
Man,
365?
man, that is
Launchpad, who was 3 and 10 for perfect landings.
I swear, Launchpad killed. Okay.
Launchpad who inspired planes falling out of the sky in San Andreas.
yeah.
But
But anyways, that is Batman Mask of the Phantasm. We had fun tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Mr. McDuck. I don't want to go inside it. If we're going to New York, I better dodge those 2 buildings.
Shut up.
I couldn't think of
Shut
another one.
up.
I was trying to make a 9/11 one, but trying to make it clever. But you can't make a clever 9/11 joke with Launchpad McQuack.
No, you can't.
You just
Fire doesn't melt steel beams.
don't you start, you motherfucker. We see all you next week.